Hi, this morning we're doing a new section. The title of the section is autonomic dysreflexia. Okay? Now, before we do the exercise, as usual, I'm going to give you a little theory and so you can know what we're talking about. Now, what is autonomic dysreflexia? This is a syndrome, which means several symptoms that occur together. And the main cause is the people who have had injuries in the spinal cord in the level of the T6, which means the thoracic vertebra 6 and up, which is more or less, the 6 is more or less at this level from here up. If the injury was from here up, then it's very likely that those patients will have autonomic dysreflexia. Now, I'm going to give you just a couple of points of how to code autonomic dysreflexia, and then we're going to read the theory and do the flashcards. The codes to remember is that autonomic dysreflexia has one code. We have to code that first, and then we have to code the underlying condition, which means that it's the condition that triggers the autonomic dysreflexia. And those conditions generally happen below the T6 in the abdomen or below the abdomen. And the conditions could be, for instance, ulcers, or it could be a UTI, a urinary tract infection, or it could be fecal impaction. Those conditions will trigger AD, and we need to code it secondly, okay? We first code autonomic dysreflexia with the code, and here the underlying condition. Now, there's one additional code if in the text we find symptoms that are not inherent to autonomic dysreflexia. It means we have a list of symptoms, right? Regular symptoms. But if there's one symptom that they give us that is not there, it's not in our list, and it doesn't happen all the time, then we need an extra code for that. That's why there's a chance that we can need an extra code. So one code for the autonomic dysreflexia, the second code for the underlying condition, and the third code if we have a non-inherent symptom. Okay, now, so we're going to do now a regular thing for theory. The first thing is that you have to read the theory, which is right here. We're going to, let me get a good shot so they can pause it and read it. Okay, after you read it, then you can pause it now, read it, and then you have to do the flashcards, where we're going to do with Stephanie. I take the camera, and Stephanie is going to hold the website. Okay? You ready?
Flashcards?
Yes, the flashcards from the beginning.
All right.
Okay. These are the flashcards. And there are 12 questions. I'm going to read the questions first, and then we're going to switch, okay? So the way that it works is I read the questions. We give you like more or less 3 seconds for you to answer, and then we tell you the answer. That way you can practice your understanding of what you read, okay? So the first question is, AD is short for this.
Autonomic dysreflexia.
AD, or autonomic dysreflexia, is characterized by an abrupt onset of high BP.
Blood pressure.
AD is caused by uncontrolled sympathetic nervous system D.
Discharge.
AD happens to people with a spinal cord injury at or above this level.
T6 or thoracic vertebrae 6.
Okay. Symptoms of AD are bradycardia, blurred vision, sweating, high blood pressure, and pH.
Pounding headache.
True AD is LT.
Life-threatening. Okay, my turn.
Okay.
7. We report AD in ICD-10 by using this code.
G90.4.
8. It is not necessary to code each symptom separately, therefore do not code high BP.
Blood pressure.
9. For AD, you don't need extra codes for high blood pressure and pounding headache. However, you do need an extra code for S, blood pressure.
Severe.
10. Unlike most dual coding, AD is sequenced first and then we use an additional code for the underlying condition that P, autonomic dysreflexia.
Precipitated.
11. The underlying conditions that precipitate AD are pressure ulcer, urinary tract infection, and FI.
Fecal impaction.
12. Severe hypertension needs an extra code and it can also be called A hypertension.
Accelerated hypertension, right? Accelerated. Okay, thank you. Now, one of the things that we have learned from these flashcards is that you need to know the symptoms for AD, right? Because the last code is non-inherent symptoms. So if you visit our website here, we have a way for you to get to the symptoms of any disease real quick, and Stephanie's going to show you how. Okay, we go to the homepage right here, right? And there is the second section that says, there it is. There is the second section. It had an old version, but we have updated now by just refreshing it. This is the new version. It says reference, right? Now, the symptoms row has two websites, and the first one is just to Google it. So if you click on Google, there you go. You have this window that it's all you have to do is just put a space and then type the name of the disease, enter, and it gives you the symptoms right there, taken from the most accurate website, which is down there, right there. Sometimes the symptoms are just listed there, so all you have to do is read it, and sometimes you just have to click the link at the bottom, okay, which will be in this case autonomic hyperplexia, causes, triggers, and symptoms. But in this case, the symptoms are right there, okay, and as we were saying, the symptoms, the regular symptoms, are high blood pressure and pounding headache. You remember that for the exercise. But the thing to get from this is that if you want any symptoms, the easiest way is just to go to our website and just type the name of the disease there. Now let's try our second link to see how it works. Let's go back, or we'll go home here, and the second link is just wiki, right? And then you type here, and then you go to the window and you put autonomic dysreflexia, and then you click enter. And then here you have to do a little scrolling, and then you find a little scroll down, a little more, scroll down. There, contents, and then from there, scroll down a little more, you go to symptoms, and then it takes you to symptoms right there, which you can read there also high blood pressure and intense headaches, which is what we need. One last thing with our website, just go to the website. If in the text you just find AD and you don't know what AD is, then we have the best websites for acronyms. So let's type the first one. Let's click on the first one, Lexi, and then all you do is just type AD there. And then when you click enter, you have a list of all the ADs that could be. And if you scroll down a little bit, you're going to find somewhere there, it's right there, autonomic dysreflexia. Okay, so this website is built for the coders who want to save time. Of course, you can find all the information anywhere in the web, but if you want to save time, it's better just to come to our website and then learn to use it, get used to all the links that are there, and it'll save you some precious seconds or maybe minutes when you're coding. Thank you for watching.